I'm Maggie Tran and I'm the head gardener at Bramdean House in Hampshire, and this is the kitchen garden. So here we have our peonies coming up, and these will all be for cut flowers. Always reliably at this time of year we have one of the earliest peas. We've got quite a pea collection in this garden, and this one's Laphorus vernus, lovely purple perennial plant. And this is our stock bed. And here we have some pear espalier that are starting to flower. Our cherries as well and plums are also coming on and starting to flower. And hopefully they will get well pollinated before the frost hits them. So this is our warm greenhouse. We have a temperature in here about 10 degrees Celsius upwards, and this houses some of our perennial tenders. Here we have a collection of rhododendrons. We are predominantly in the garden on chalk, so it's really nice to be able to have some acidic based plants, and these are great house plants every year. This one, Fragrantissima in particular, has a beautiful scent. It's one of my favourites. Here we have this funky bright pink plant coming up, Bilbergia nutans. So that's a great house plant. It can really take some dry and don't mind radiated heat, so perfect if you forget to water it from time to time. And yeah, we have a vast collection. This is our nerines. They're going dormant at the moment, so not looking at its best. But here we have our dendrobium orchids. We haven't got lots of orchids, but we have a small selection that alternate and go into the house. And yeah, this one's Kingianum and is also scented. It's not always obvious, the scent. It comes and goes, but sometimes it's that very sort of sweet scent that emanates from them. And we have different cymbidiums. This one's a more sort of lime green one that we have at the moment. There's lovely jasmine here that's flowering, and that's going to be soon taken into the house. Have cut flowers at the top of the kitchen garden. Well, that's mainly where they're concentrated on. We have a vast sweet pea collection that will be going there. It's all quite empty and stored up, so you have to imagine things. And then the lower part of the kitchen garden is where most of the vegetables will be grown. In the middle is a central access path that's ornamental and reflects the mirror borders that we have further down. This year we've been trying to increase our tulips. This particular lovely one is called Rembrandt. Has a lovely dark purple streaking. And here we have little lilac wonder tulip, Tulipa baccari. There's always little things that come up on this little step, sort of teasers, I call them, a prelude to everything that goes on in the garden. And here we have the exocorda that's just starting to flower. Lovely early spring flowering plant. As you can see, the mirror borders are just starting. They're just at the beginning. So the euphorbias at the moment they're the first real interest that's happening. That's polychroma. We have all sorts of different daffodils, and we'll probably see more as we get to the meadow. This is that lovely dark blue Pulmonaria, blue and unseen. or ensign, however you pronounce it. Oh, hello! The highlights at this time of year is really the cherries. They start getting going. And the hellebores have died down, but they've had their moment. The currant is finishing flowering. But yeah, we've got lots of things starting to come on. This is a lovely Lonicera. I actually really like it at this time of year. It's one called Red Ruth. And the foliage is particularly dark purple at this time of year, so it makes for nice interest in the borders. Particularly rare as well. This is a rather jazzy Hebe. This particular magnolia is called Pirouette. It's a really lovely one, very good for small gardens. Every year, as you see, it's a little bit frosted. Every year we always wonder if the magnolias will pull through, whether they're going to have a really good display or whether they're going to get frosted. And unfortunately they got frosted again this year, but this one always manages to come back. One of the great plants for this time of year is always the euphorbias. This one's Caraceus, and yeah, it's quite jazzy. Just a lovely zesty lime green. Fritillaria persica, just coming up now. Lovely glaucous leaves. Wonderful dark flowers to contrast them. I love this euphorbia this time of year. Amygdaloides robbii. You can see that the camasias are starting to come up as well. So this area changes very dramatically. Early in spring it's completely covered with crocuses, and this time of year the daffodils take over. Some of them are already starting to pass over, but got different ones, waves of different ones coming all the time. We never have just one of anything. We have lots of them, lots of different cultivars of one kind of plant. And this year, particularly, the fritillarias are really good, which is really nice. Snakehead's fritillaria, Miliagris. There's a rather good patch over there. So yes, this year is particularly good for the snake-scent fritillarias, Fritillaria Miliagris. It's always really interesting to see funny crosses. So we're coming up to the orchard. Yeah, this time of year is really lovely when the daffodils really get going. This is Staphylia colchica. It's a really quite rare shrub from North America. It's just coming into flower now, and it's quite wonderful really because the insects really love it. during the day it is alive with all sorts of bees, hoverflies. Yeah, they just go crazy for it. Thanks. I hope this gives you a little taste of what's going on in the garden, and hopefully we'll be able to open again soon for the NGS.